Alright, troops, welcome to the Actually. My name is Owen. Hello, J-Man, John, and Charlie. How are you?
What's happening?
I'm glad to have you all with us. Now, you all may be wondering, I thought we were supposed to be doing this last week. So the thing is, it's like every week, it's like which member of the Action Elite is going to be sick or dead next week. So, so it was my turn last week. So I ended up having like very high blood pressure and to go take care of that. But we're back tonight anyway. So hopefully we can all remain healthy for next week and next coming weeks anyway. So nobody die.
I'll check my calendar, let you know.
Yeah, okay. So, there's been quite a lot happening since the last time we did a stream. So, has anybody watched the trailer to Predator Badlands today?
I have
not, today.
Yeah, we were just talking. I worked today, and nothing happened yesterday, and then of course today, I think it looks
kind of cool. I love the idea of just seeing it as the Predator as the protagonist. I thought, okay, cool, that's something different. I don't love the look of the Predator and the sound he makes. I was like, why do you keep fucking with the Predator? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They made okay. Noise.
Well, it's CG, not mask. That's the big difference.
Yeah.
So,
but it still looks cool. I'll be there to check it out.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
A Predator movie in the big screen. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be there. So
I'll watch it.
They're learning.
I was okay with it until he turned around. I was like, this looks kind of cool. They turned, I'm like, why does this look like absolute garbage? Like,
yeah, why is this like someone in cosplay?
It's terrible.
It does.
And I was like, what happened? I don't know.
I look forward to it now.
Are they overthinking these movies?
Yes.
It's like, what this? Okay, how about you? The Predator just kills a bunch of people, and then there's one guy left at the end. Like all the other Predator movies.
Pretty good formula. It seems to have worked well for them over the years.
Well, it worked well for Friday 13th and Halloween and everything.
Because it is doing something different. Like I've always wanted to see a movie from the Predator's perspective. Like remember I said like a year ago or something, I said, what about like a silent movie where there's like no humans, there's just the Predator and like that's it. But they're going to have humans talking. Obviously, you're not going to get away with making like a silent movie. But
it's like Godzilla. You can't just have the kaiju's like fighting for 2 hours. You got to have except for the last one, of course. But we were
pretty much was it. Yeah. But it looks alright. I'll be there. There's been some other stuff. Heads of State with Idris Elba and John Cena, which admittedly I haven't watched the trailer to yet. I watched like a few seconds of it, and then I just having a piece of work. So I was like, yeah, it looks alright. So.
More kick-ass presidents.
Joe Dog, what's up? I'm feeling depressed tonight. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe Dog. Why are you feeling depressed?
Come on, Joe. We're gonna cheer you up with Abraxas.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna be talking Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, which I just feel I have to say it like that. I don't know why.
I feel very secure knowing that Abraxas is guarding us. I feel very
exactly.
I feel very secure.
So I watched it the other day, or the other week, probably a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, every day flows into the next one. But I hadn't watched it for like a couple of years, and this is a movie that just gets about to remake an animal classic,
an animated classic in
animal form.
That'll suck, I'm sure.
So Abraxas generally has terrible reviews from pretty much everybody, and they're not a million miles off, to be honest.
I can't think why.
No, I don't. I mean, this is probably the biggest acting role from Sven, isn't it?
I don't think he's ever
had like a bigger acting role since.
I've never heard the man talk so much. I was like, holy cow.
How much did he talk in Captain Power?
Oh, well, he's Tank Ellis. Yeah, he's a mean guy, but like, I don't know if I was going to just say Captain Power. Well, amount of time he's in Captain Power every episode. He's a main character. So
right, but he doesn't have
he says a lot
on a dialogue. This is the most it's shocking to see him talk this much in this movie.
Yeah,
it's like
he mostly says
go ahead.
So he mostly says like the same thing. It's like send in the Colmeda, send in the Colmeda. Yeah, the Colmeda.
He's like, oh no, how should I say this line? He's like, I will say it just like that all the entire movie.
And like, what is it? Oh, I could not for the life of me. So I don't own this movie. Shocker, I don't own something. So I had to borrow it from the library, and there's no subtitles. I was like, what the hell? Co-maker?
There is subtitles. It's on Tubi.
Okay.
Yes, I watched it.
It's Coolmater, CULMAD, or like Coolmater. It's like a made-up word.
Oh my god. Okay, CUL.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Coolmater.
Where's the Coolmater? I'm like, I don't know. Is it a mineral? Is it a vegetable? What is it?
Animal, vegetable, mineral.
What does it do? Nobody here knows what it does. Nobody. No. What is it?
What? I think the kid was supposed to blow up. I think that's what was because he was blowing shit up at the end. So
yeah, I still have no idea what it is, other than I did, J-Man, and I know you did, being the anti-life equation.
Yes,
I kept laughing every time.
I was like, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Is that from DC Comics, from Jack Kirby's Fourth World? J-Man covered on his channel on the playlist that you can check under the classic comic book runs.
Something Jack Kirby even
subtle plug there.
Yeah, good job, J-Man. Good job. I don't think anyone noticed.
Nobody noticed that.
Yeah, so I mean, what do I like? Well, there's plenty of action in this movie, some explosions. That's still well done. I'll probably watch it more than to watch a lot of movies that come out today, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Jesse Ventura. Yeah, when Sven is the better actor, that's quite a surprise. But like whenever he's trying to have these like intimate scenes or whatever, and just he sounds like he's reading a script. It's the boy, all right. It says here. Wait, what? And yeah, he's just like he's so fucking more wood than Pinocchio. But like I said, I enjoy it for what it is. It's like schlock, and I love schlock. It's like, this movie shit, 5 stars. It's like I just enjoy watching movies like that.
It's fair.
But yeah, I can't even think of much else I want to say about it apart from sending the Coolmater. That's it. So I'm like, you guys go. John, you go.
Oh, I get to go first.
You go first. Yeah.
Say it, John. Say it, John. Say it.
I did not see this in the theater.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god!
No.
Shit.
Oh my god! Hashtag.
I don't think this got a theatrical release, did it?
Okay. So listen, just because it didn't come in the theater, that doesn't excuse you from not going to the theater to see it. You should have rented out a theater.
Store opening day.
You should have rented out a theater and get a projector and then projected it in the theater so that you could have seen it in the theater.
Shame.
All I can do is apologize and
that's
say
okay,
man.
I do not accept your apology, and I do not forgive you for not
send in the Coolmater.
Send in the
where do I start? I watched half of it when we were supposed to do it last week, and then you said. Right. Of course, I was concerned for you and your health, but then I was like, I don't have to finish watching it right away. So I finished watching it yesterday, and wow, like Damian Lee, like I was talking before, like he's done some stuff. He's did some Jeff Wincott movies, like Street Law. I dug that movie. He's done and Fatal Combat, which wasn't as good, but Jesse Ventura. Like it's like the one part, like he's talking to the boy, right? And he's like, "Would you like to come up here? I'll tell you a story."
Yeah. You don't need to wear pants.
Okay, so like he's like the Highlander. He's been alive for like 8 billion years, and like so has Sven-Ole Thorsen, and they used to be partners, so they were kind of like Tango and Cash, and then they had a falling out, and then Sven-Ole Thorsen's just like he wants to impregnate women, and he doesn't even get to impregnate women the right way. He's like, here. Ooh, that feels good. It's like, and then she had the baby like right away, like it just popped out like right away. And Jesse Ventura, now I know why he didn't do a lot of leading heroic roles because whoa boy, like he just didn't have, like he had the physique going, because this was in the 90s, so he still had that going. Didn't have the hairpiece though, but and it's like the fighting and everything, and then the worst cops ever. Like I love the scene where they're on the street and he's like, your weapons will not do it, because he has what did he say? I forget. He had something where it's
plasteel.
Yeah,
sure, which is really just a jacket. Look, yeah. I'm wearing it too.
And then the one cop's like, and he pulls out an Uzi. I'm like, where'd you get the Uzi from? And he just starts like shoot away, and then of course he loses the Uzi, and then Sven starts shooting up the town and everything. So that was, I mean, where did he get the Uzi? Not really relative.
They're up there with the cops from Halloween 5.
But it's like it's just. It's just like the pacing was just like, oh wow. I mean, like, and then when they would fight, it'd be like slow motion or up close and personal. Like the camera was like right there, like when they're trading shots and everything. And then for some reason they picked the same song that they had in Manhunter, Michael Mann's Manhunter.
Yeah.
Like at the end. Yeah. So I was like, that was kind of cool. I forgot about that part because I like that song. I was like, that was kind of a neat scene where he's chasing the kid. It's kind of like ominous, like, ooh, what's going to happen and everything. And it's cool. James Belushi did it because his wife at the time was the star of the movie. And he's the same. His name is the same as he was in The Principal, the movie that he did, Latimer, And so that was kind of cool that they did that.
Is it in the same universe then?
Yeah. Then he's like the worst principal ever. She's like, well, why don't you just tell him to stop bullying them? He's like, oh, yeah. I will do that. Yeah. I will stop.
I was like, is this supposed to be funny or this is terrible?
Like I thought, be sarcastic about it,
Yeah,
I've never thought of that. Yeah, but no, he's like playing it straight, like, oh shit, I never thought of that. Like
that made it better.
Well, now we can laugh about it, yes. But
and then at the time, I could just see like when the yelled cut, honey, you really owe me for this because like obviously he's in the movie because he's like, you know what? It's like and of course he's not in the credits. I don't even think he was in the credits. They're just kind of, but I remember when it came out on video because like, my cousin had the video store and they would have those videotapes that came out which had the promotion stuff for the movies coming out and it'd be like James Belushi. It's like of course he's only in it for like the 2 minutes that you never see him again and everything. But yeah, I was like I can't remember how I was when I first saw it because it's been so long ago, but then watching it now, all I can say is I don't think I'm probably going to watch it again. I don't think I need to see this movie. And wow, Jesse Ventura. I was like, can we get the Jesse Ventura from Predator? It's like, what happened?
If it's the same guy.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the guy with the minigun? Hello, where's the guy? It's like, he didn't even have to have the minigun. Just he could have had the Uzi for
he needed John McTiernan, which was the thing, proper director.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'll let y'all go. Like I said, and this is the first time where I'm like, I really don't have an opinion of this movie. It's not good. It's not bad. I just don't. My opinion is just like,
it's bad.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, but it's like, how did they make this movie? And this is one of those movies I wonder, like when they were filming it, like when the crew's filming it, they're like, what's going on? I was like, are we going to finish this movie? Because like what we see in front of us, what we're shooting right now looks god awful. And it's like, yeah. And it's like, they didn't even try with the action scenes and not like, and again, the big conflict or not conflict, the big climax at the end where they fight again. It's like,
it's slow motion and
and it's like it's not inventive at all. There's like
exactly. That's what me and J-Man are in the fight right now.
We're in the fight.
And the problem is that you're not like emotionally engaged. For one thing, was it Secundus? That's the name, isn't it?
Secundus.
Secundus. Like he doesn't even like hate Abraxas. He's wanting him to like join him. You should join me, Abraxas. We can make love.
We have fun. We pregnant women.
We can co-mate.
We can both be co-maters. But yeah, I mean, so like by the end, it sort of ends, and you're like, oh, okay, is that it over?
And he's like, I get to stay with the hot chick. All right, cool, let's go. Like, it's like, well, congratulations, Jesse. You got the woman, even though she looked uncomfortable when she was kissing you. But
I know she was like, afterwards.
She's like, could I got a leading man, that like at least had his hair, still,
And listen, this movie did a lot for the bald leading man.
But hey, right. Jason Statham made it known then, but when he came out, but it's like that's why I shame because I don't that look. No, it's not. That doesn't work. That if that starts happening, just shave it.
Gone.
I'm done. I'm good. Yeah. You guys can go.
All right. Okay, J-Man, over to you.
Well, I don't know. This movie's pretty awful, but it's kind of awful in a way that's not even really fun. It's just really awful. But I kind of like it anyways, just because it's so awful.
Because we like. But trash. You don't know why. That's the reason. You're like,
okay, so it's not fun awful. So just to let everybody know, it's not fun awful. It's just awful. But there's something, I don't know. I like that. Here's what happened. They had this poster and they made this really cool. Like, let's use these cool names, Abraxas and Secundus. And let's steal the mother box idea from Fourth World, and let's steal the anti-life equation from Dark Side, and let's steal all of those things. And nobody's going to know what they are because people don't read comic books. So it's like, we got this, and we got Jess the Body. We got two muscle guys. We're going to do a Terminator thing. She's going to get pregnant, and that's it. So it all sounds really good. But then here's where I think they messed up. I think they messed up in not going the furthest that they could. So you can approach it two ways. You make it like a realistic, dark, gritty, like a Terminator, right? Like, oh, these two guys are facing off. This is a dark movie. It's crazy. Or you can go trauma and make it like crazy, like Secundus comes and rips people, like rips their faces off. You're like, oh my God. And then that gives you this shock factor. So you're like, whoa, Abraxas, that was fucking insane. What? Right? Mm-hmm. To hide the fact that there's not really much else going on. Like Toxic Avenger or any of those kinds of trauma movies, right, where there's not really much going on in those movies. If you're actually watching it as a movie, you're like, nothing's happening. Yeah. But it's neat because they're so crazy. Like, oh my God, he's going to rape the woman. And then they're thinking, well, we can't really have him like really hurt her too bad. Well, maybe they've got these powers that can just touch her. It's like, yeah, but that's making it not as hardcore. Now, like, you're losing the trauma value out of it, and you're losing, or if you're going to go the serious way, you're losing some of the seriousness to it. Right. I still kind of like it. I don't know. I like Jason the Body. I think Jesse was thinking like, this guy's 10,000 years old. He's a no nonsense cop. Hairstyle movie look cool. Yes. I think it's great. But he's thinking, look, I'm this 10,000-year-old cop. I got to play the straight guy. I got to be like a hero. I'm trying to do the right thing and be a good guy. And that's his interpretation of being like a good, just like a good, solid police officer, a good man who's trying to do the right thing and bring justice and all that. And Sven is just having some fun with the role and kind of, maybe taking a different approach to it. And it's like, again, like, he doesn't really do anything super, super crazy.
No,
like,
you don't hate him enough. Like,
you don't hate him enough.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, you're right.
Like the restaurant scene when he is there and he's eating breakfast and he's like, "Merry Christmas" at the end, and you're like, "That's it. You should kill everybody in the fucking restaurant and then walk away as exploding behind you or something."
That's the trauma. That's what I'm saying. That's the trauma part. Any one of us could have traumatized that movie in those scenes, like same exact movie, except when he goes to the restaurant and they're like, "You have to pay this bill." He's like, "Did I order this?" And he eats. He's like, "This does not taste good. You tried to poison me." Rip her head off, right? And you're like, "Oh!" And then people are like, "What's going on?" It's like, "You're disturbing me." Right? And someone's like, or call the police. You're trying to call the police. I mean, like, you could just tear them to shreds.
Yeah, throw them on the grill, throw them in the deep fryer, do that ostentatious shit. Yeah.
And then it's like a crazy movie. Right.
Walk away.
Yeah, if you don't do any of that, then you're just watching a kind of, nothing. Like, if it was anyone else watching this, like, besides someone who likes these kind of schlocky kind of things, they'd be like, yeah, this is just boring and I'm done. Like, you'd be bored 2 seconds, like, I'm done with this movie. Nothing. You could just tell that nothing crazy was really going to happen. I don't know. I like the poster. I like that he's bald. I like Sven's name, Secundus. I like that Sven is walking around with normal clothes, but has like advanced technology, which just looks like a regular jacket.
Looks like leftovers from the V TV show.
That's a great show. I love that the mother box is just anything like, "I need help." Okay, it's like, it's just a voiceover. Like, it's not even like a cool. There's not even like a cool control. Like you think they'd have like a gauntlet. Or something was like, and like, they built 1 or 2 gauntlets that opens up, like, and then
Post-it note like laying on his arm with 2 wires coming out.
It's just nothing. It's just nothing there. It's like, "I need help." Okay, here's what you got to do. Where's Secundus now? He is 10 kilometers away from you. It's like, what is that thing? Like, they didn't even bother to make that's like, whatever. It's like when people, it's like, "Oh, I've got a hidden mic in my glasses. Hey, it's me. It's J-Man." It's like, obviously you have nothing there and it's just glasses. Right? it's like, that's how it is. I don't know. It's okay. I still like it anyways. I don't care. It's awful, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. I like the 2 guys. I love that there's like this weird slow motion fight at the end there where it's like so zoomed in. I'm like, Were they even in the same room when they shot this?
No.
It's like we need a fight. Just swing your fist at this camera. That's good enough.
It was not a fight to slow down either. Like they weren't selling it very well.
No, but I love the title, the font. I love where posters are way overshining. Like you see this poster, like wow, and you're like
this poster's badass.
Yeah,
it's like most Vietnam pics or whatever. You know, it's like any of these. It's got guys with huge muscles, guns, and all this stuff. And then you watch it, it's got a budget like $2.
Yeah, do you ever see Alienator with that? There's like a woman.
Yeah, the Tina Turner hair. Yeah,
it's got the super Tina Turner, and she's like whoosh, like super armored up boobs and then like the big super arm weapon gun or whatever. Oh, you need to watch this movie. Yeah, you do.
Yes, Daniel, you need to watch it. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. Yeah. And it's like this, and then you watch Alien, and you're like, when is that happening? Like, and you're looking at the thing. I'm like, I bought the right movie because I bought it for $5 at the dollar store or whatever. And I'm like, when is this happening? It's like the very end, and I'm like, okay, so that's like this movie. But I don't know. Sven is awesome. I legit got pumped up for him because I like that he's a nicer bad guy, and I don't know. Him eating breakfast. I
was rooting for him. He was a better character than Abraxas.
yeah, I think he is better. I like Secundus, and those two wimps, those two losers in the thing, like it's like we better call him back. Who are you losers? Firstly, you're not David Hasselhoff, so change your haircut. It's like other guy. Hey, or how's it going, dude? Thank you. Elvis song. Ooh, viva Abraxas. Yeah, kick your ass. Anyways, it's a fun movie. I mean, look, it could have been cult. It could have been cult status if you just went trauma with it. Mm-hmm. I think you saw the budget. You're like, we can't produce this poster. We can't make a Terminator movie or whatever. Let's just do our best and make it off the wall. But I think they probably didn't want to make it too nasty, and that held them back from the cult status, right? Because if it was too nasty, I think maybe they just felt like this might be too dirty. I like the blonde lady, Jim Belushi's wife. I thought she was very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her
far better than the movie deserved.
She was better than the movie deserves, and I was like, okay. I was completely stunned. I thought those two were going to get killed in that. I hadn't seen this movie in like 30 something years, guys. Like, this is not like, I don't own this. It's not one I go to. So I was happy that Owen suggested, because it gave me an excuse to actually sit down and watch it. It's been in my queue for like a million years to rewatch it. So I liked her. And with the son, good relationship. The kid is okay. He's not really annoying or anything. He runs off. He's like, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's cool. Like the kid, like it's not like, it's not garbage enough to be stupid bad, funny bad, and it's not trauma enough to be cult status. There you go.
The kid did a good job. I mean, he didn't say a word in it, but you kind of felt for the kid, and like he did good acting for like what he had, And Sven was just having fun with the fact that he had a bigger, because normally he's like the stunt guy, or like he's the guy in the background or anything. He's like, wow, I get to be in the front of the camera and I get to say stuff, and like everybody's gonna hear me talk. So I think he was just having fun with it.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, Charlie, over to you.
I'm right in the same boat as J-Man. I think it's been like 30 plus years since I've seen this movie. I remembered jack shit.
Yeah, it was like a new movie for me.
Yeah,
too.
It really felt like I had no idea what I was in for. I've heard this is like comically bad from people, but then I'm also like, well, I like bad sci-fi movies. I like bad action movies, and I'm watching this, and I'm surprised no one has said it, except for one little instance. John said something about it, but this fucking music in this movie,
the saxophone,
me want to fucking rip my eardrums out. Okay, this is the worst soundtrack for an action sci-fi movie I have ever heard. Hell, if you fixed, that should have been to the composers, because that was just. If you'd have fixed the soundtrack, I bet I'd have had more fun with this. Like, seriously.
Synth it up or something. Like, get some
electric guitars.
You didn't like the cool, sultry jazz?
No. It just doesn't fit at all.
There's a scene, I can't remember what the scene was, but it was like the most wildly inappropriate music. And I'm like, is this a pirate copy I'm watching?
It is such a bad thing. And so I think I only like this one gets forgot about because one, this came out the same year I Come in Peace came out, which is
that's a badass movie.
Kind of the same premise, done 1,000 times better.
Oh,
I mean, alien bounty hunters and we're getting drugs, show some tits, show some ass. I don't know why they held back. They went to a strip club in this one. I read somewhere this thing got like knocked down to a PG-13 rating. It's not even really R anymore. There's no.
Yeah, it was nearly PG-13. Yeah, there's not much standard.
No.
You're seeing this? Is there a strip club scene in it?
The strip club, and all they do is they do it up close of the girl's ass. That's it.
I'll take
it. And he goes, I can mate with her or something, and then he goes up. Are you the what? Are you a female that? Are you a like what? Yeah, viable female or something? Like, are you a? And it's like, oh, don't touch. And she's still dancing too. Like, okay. And then the guys come and they're like, yeah, why are you doing this?
It's like why are you going to make another coal mater? Can you do this more than once? Can you just make a city of coal maters? I don't know what.
And why can only he do it? Like, nothing makes any sense at all.
Like, does
what it could have done is really fucked up. Is that a guy is a coal mater and it's like shit, a kid or something like that.
Yeah, go Species 2 with it, like they did in Species 2, where the guy ends up being pregnant in that one. I mean, just go that. But you're right. There's nothing memorable in this movie whatsoever.
Good or bad. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good or bad. Like go crazy or don't. But there was a thought I had watching this, and I went, shit, somebody's done this. Somebody's taken this premise, and they've done it way better. And it's one of my favorite movies, Looper. This is so fucking similar to Looper.
Wow, yeah.
Going after the kid that has some kind of mysterious power. They're not coming from the future, but they're coming from far enough away. They're using the warp, which basically they're just appearing out there. So you switch it up to time travel. You've got loopers who are hunting other, people that they sent back. So now you got the finders who, go and just, I don't even know what their real job is other than being cops. And Jesus, you can never be executed. How are they not all going bad after they are like, I'm going to retire and I'm going to be the world's the universal villain because you guys can't kill me. Your best soldier can't kill me. And I was like, that's like the worst, like, what do you call it? Directive RoboCop would have had. You're not allowed to arrest the corporate office. You're not allowed to kill the finder. It just misses on so many things, but there is a good story in there somewhere. It just needed more refined, more budget. Honestly, the movie started and I immediately went, oh shit, because they're firing a gun. All they did was give it a sound effect and then an explosion would go off. And I'm like, I need a little light coming out of the motherfucker. Just something to tell me you're firing at each other. Because for the first bit, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't recognize Jesse Ventura till like 5 minutes in because I was like, is that just, I can't tell who that is. Like I knew who Sven was, but I didn't even realize they were already fighting. Like there's all this exposition and then they try to make it like a noir with voiceovers from both sides.
And then the girl does a voiceover.
Yeah.
How many voiceovers are in this movie? Like everyone has a voiceover. And then I thought this. It's like, wait, what's going on? How much exposition?
They should have had James Belushi do a voiceover just for the hell of it.
And I'm the principal of a school and my kids are running wild.
And I don't know how to talk to children.
You know what it probably was? They probably got done shooting and they went, this really fucking sucks. What do? We can't go reshoot nothing. Let's do some voiceovers. We didn't explain shit in this movie. Let's at least try to explain it, little bit. Like they try to explain the mother box, whatever that thing is. It's like, oh, if it touches something, I can now sense what that thing is. And I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking rule.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Like it can scan. Yeah. Like, they had radar back then. Like I mean, you had earthly devices that were better. So like,
you're shite aliens, are you?
You guys are. I'd love to see Alien. I would see an Alien movie where the aliens have less technology and they come and they think they're badass, and then they
that would have been awesome.
We enslave them.
Yeah,
exactly. This didn't turn out the right way, guys. It's go ahead, John.
Fun fact, I looked this up on the IMDb. Arnold Schwarzenegger was offered the role of Abraxas.
I was about to read that, damn it.
But turned it down and opted to do Terminator 2 instead. Good choice.
I think you made the right decision there.
Bad move.
I think Terminator 2 might be slightly better.
Just a bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
The music's a little bit better in Terminator 2.
I think this was one of those movies
that's like
that
one of the best soundtracks.
they started out with a concept. They started out trying to do something, but they were like, there was no budget. There was no way in hell that they were going to do anything that they wanted to do. So they just did, for whatever reason, they had financing from whatever.
They had to spit out a movie. Basically.
They had to make a movie. They had these two guys. They had Jesse Ventura, who was just kind of known from wrestling, and of course he was in Predator and everything. So they were like, "We got to do something. We got it." But it's like, I mean, if anything, like if you don't have no budget, you could still choreograph a fight scene that's worth a good goddamn. It
made no sense to slow that down to do close-ups. Again, it felt like they were trying to drag this out to get more runtime. And look, if they were banking on getting a name that would allow them to get a bigger budget, how many times we heard about when somebody gets signed on, like Arnold or Van Damme, oh, we got more money for the budget now. And all of a sudden now the movie's a little bit different than what they originally wrote. This time they're stuck with what they wrote.
It went the other way.
They're like, oh, fuck, they took money away from us. What's Sven doing? Shit, Sven's the best one we've got in this entire movie. What's that say about what we got going on?
We'll make him a nice bad guy. We'll make him like one of those warm, huggy kind of guys.
A bland villain. And that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing you can say about any characters is that they're bland. Like you don't care about anything. I'm not like, hey, Abraxas, you're awesome. And you're like, why are you really the guardian of the universe? You don't really do anything.
Dude, I was waiting for the cops to offer him a job at the end of the movie because he's like, I'm going to stay here on Earth. And the cops are like, well, that now they're all of a sudden cool that he's an alien. Right. And the way they're talking, I was just like, motherfucker, you're going to need a job. Just offer him a goddamn job as a cop now. You know, no one gives a shit.
Well, why wasn't Abraxas, like, they could have like made it like the cops are there. And he's like, oh, you little city cop or you little small town cops or nothing. It's like, don't you understand how this works? Like make him more of a dick then and be like, it's like, I don't have time for you losers. I have like stuff that I've got to do. It's like this guy's going to destroy me.
They were the nicest alien race ever. They were just
and like that other cop loved the blonde lady and he just gave her up at the end. He's like, well, I guess she's going with Abraxas.
He gets up. He's like, donuts and coffee. He's like,
sure, donuts and coffee. I'll stick with Pamela Henderson.
Yeah,
I'll stick it in a donut later.
But it's missed opportunities for just little things to kind of make it. Have the sheriff like at the end, just before the credits roll, and they're all going to rest. Have the sheriff look at it and go, so where the fuck did you get that Uzi? And just let it fade out. Sure. There's really not a lot of comedy purposeful in this movie. There's a lot of comedy in this movie from watching it
for the wrong reasons.
It's all the wrong reasons. And this movie will hit a decent like pace for a second and then bam, right into a brick wall to where I'm just like, what's going on? Why are we talking so much about this? Why are we even filming this scene? Like her going up to drop the baby over the bridge. I'm like, number one, you've bonded with this kid way too fast because you've already bundled up. You're carrying it like you care about it. Don't try to push this thing that you're going to like throw it over the thing. I know you're not. And then she's been a single mom for 5 years. Dad kicked her out. Like, it's like all these things about teen pregnancy basically tossed into this movie. And it just doesn't go anywhere.
There's no mention of the parents ever again.
No. And what the fuck is wrong with everyone when you go, I don't know who the fucking dad is. Oh, really? Well, like, there's still a fucking baby here. I'm still trying to do the right shit.
Yeah, this is a 1942. Like, or you know what? What if she did throw the kid? What if she threw the kid in? That'd be something. And then the kid, then you don't know who the kid is.
And he's raised by penguins.
And it's like, and he's raised by penguins. Yeah, and then he's the penguin. And then it's whatever years later. And then there's a school of kids, and then you don't know which kid it is. You could maybe have a mystery there, trying to figure out which the kid is. Like, I don't know. There's nothing. It's all like. You start to, when you're watching the movie, you start to think what's going to happen. You're overthinking it. You're like, oh, maybe she'll get rid of the kid. Oh, if she gets rid of the kid, then maybe the kid will be something. No. She's just
going to return all pissed off and everything. Be like,
right. Yeah. He'll be pissed off, but no. You're overthinking it. And then it's like,
she gets also Looper. That's exactly what happens in Looper. It's not even his mom that's taking care of him in that movie. So it's like, somebody watched this movie and went, I can do this better. Hold on a minute. And wrote Looper. I could not get that out of my head on this. And then you're talking about, well, let's figure out, we don't even know who this kid is. That's now Kindergarten Cop. So we're already bringing Arnold back into the.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
What does he do?
Who's his daddy and what is his space job? Is he a space cop?
It's like, can I stay on Earth at the end? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Like,
that guy
maybe
does
I
a
was wrong.
180. Yeah, that guy hated him through the whole movie.
Yeah, right.
And then he's like, fuck it. It's like, sure.
At least make it like he's already been a pain in the ass. He's already disregarded orders.
Right.
Fuck it.
Get rid of him.
Now, you're banished now. You know, do that whole ending to it. But no, it's kind of like they got to the end of the movie and everyone just shrugged.
Like, well, that's the end. That's the end. So okay,
goodbye.
And here's the thing: like,
we're done.
It looked like it was miserable for anybody to make this movie behind the scenes because not like if you're making a bad movie, at least make it in the Bahamas. They filmed this in what looked like the coldest place ever in the like wherever. Like it was
in Canada.
It was probably Canada. Like no offense, but it's like so it's like couldn't we at least be in like tropical weather for this? You know, so that way I could have like margarita.
No, it's
like palm tree or something.
It's like a small little Canadian. I'm like, look, it's like across the street. There's the diner. No, okay, I did not know about this. This would have been the goddamn best.
I knew about that.
Yes,
I did. Yes, I did.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Awesome. And we didn't get that, but we got Abraxas.
I know.
Well, unless it was the Abraxas people who made that show, then maybe it wouldn't have been as awesome. But
that's funny though, because right after Tubi, I got done watching this. You would also like Sci-Fighters with Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah, Sci-Fighters.
Yeah. I almost wanted to watch it just so I could forget a little bit of Abraxas as it went on.
Can we talk about Sci-Fighters, please?
Yeah, right.
In a few weeks. Fine,
oh god.
We have the next few weeks planned out anyway. For
yeah,
anybody watching. So next week we're discussing In Hell, the Van Damme movie. The week after we're discussing Cobra. And then the week after we're going to be doing A Working Man versus Beekeeper. So we also have it lined up for the next few weeks. And well done, J-Man, for doing all this so quick. J-Man is the co-mater.
Oh god,
it is co-mater, not co-mater, co-mater. As in, he's like co-mater.
There's
mater.
Mater.
Hold on, what is it?
This one is synopsis co-mater.
Well, on my subtitles, it had an L in it.
I know. It kept changing every time with the subtitles.
Okay, Wikipedia says Culmator. Culmator.
Synopsis says co-mater.
So, that's what came up on.
See, nobody knows what it is. I asked you.
Mine had Culmater.
Yeah, same here.
Culmater.
And apparently, everyone can test for the Culmater because Jesse does it at the end. That's kind of like how Sven-Ole Olsen's like killing people. Is test for the and it'll blow their heads up. But then Jesse does it, and I'm like, so all the mother boxes can test for this thing. So does that mean that goes back to what we're talking about? Can everyone make one of these? If you breed with an Earthling, everyone's a Culmater, and then they also go like, well, it's a slim chance it actually happened. Right. Like, isn't this like the first time it's ever fucking happened? How y'all know all this shit? Like, where are you getting your lore from any of this?
Comics.
And the kid's still dangerous, right? Like, he could, like, what's he gonna do for the rest of his life? Just like Christmas candles? Like,
it said, time, also Abraxas is a Christmas movie. Abraxas is a Christmas movie, confirmed.
Yes, they did say Merry. Yes, like, I'm sorry.
But yeah, like the kid makes that one kid piss his pants, and then they talk about, which was funny. I did like that.
That was satisfying.
I like that. But then they talk about like if he gets stressed out, angry, or that motherfucker gets stuck in traffic, he's killing people. That's all that's going to happen when he's older.
And he's blowing shit up at the end, like the building. He's like trying, and he's like blowing things up and stuff.
I still was trying. It took me. I had to rewind that because I went, "What happened?" And then I had to realize it was the kid fucking doing it, and I was like,
because he was like Armageddon in a kid.
But they have to merge together, don't they? See, the problem is that because this is so weird. Nothing makes any sense. So my interpretation was that any of the finders, because their life is prolonged and they have to do these missions or forced to do these missions, that's why they live forever, and that's why they can't. If they turn bad, they can't get a death sentence. But them getting this process done to them in the beginning, where Jesse was getting that thing done to him, that gives them the ability to create the Culmater. And if they take a mate and have a child, it could be a child that, if they merge with that child, will give them the ultimate power. So it's supposed, like, the problem is like anyone's going to try that. Like, I mean, why wouldn't anyone be like, well, I can get ultimate power by just having this kid or whatever? And then what's the incubation period of that power? Like the kid has to be 10 for me to then find him. And then like, what was Sven going to do? Like, for example, Child's Play, the kid, the Brad Dourif, like the Charles Lee Ray is in the doll because that was the only thing around. So he's chasing the kid because whoever you told the secret to has a magical bond with you and you can go into that kid's body. So he's trying to go into the kid's body.
They're the
so
best.
So the point is that once he gets Andy, he's going to go, oh, they do la dembella. You know, he's going to do his little thing and go into him. What is Sven going to do? Like, I got you, kid. What are you going to do? Like, is he going to eat him?
Where do you put the batteries?
Him?
Cold it now.
Point in that direction.
It's not a tumor.
I thought he was going to merge with them. Like I thought he was going to absorb them or something. Like, what are you actually going to? It's like, if we find John Connor, we're going to shoot that kid. It's like, okay, I got it. You're going to shoot this kid. That I got
ABC.
ABC. Yeah. What is he going to do?
Happen. Well, and then they make it worse because Jesse at the end, the reason he wants to stay is like others could come looking for him.
Right.
I have to keep protecting him. Like, so
that's what he said. He wanted to stay and have sex with that lady.
Well, that was his cover story for why he wanted to stay. But it's like, so can it only be a finder? Which was another thing that confused me. You talked about the beginning of this thing, which I thought started out great. You know, they're doing that process where he's becoming that and the blood's coming out and they're doing the whole word association. I was like, this is kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
But then all of a sudden, about a third through the movie, Sven-Ole Thorsen is equal, if not stronger than him, when he was supposed to be like maxed. Like his stats at the beginning of the movie baited out like he was like, I am it. I am ready to like I'm times X cube factor 27, you know, and even Sven's kind of like, fuck. You know,
but equals MC squared.
But then later through the movie, even Sven's like, I could take him on hand-to-hand combat. I could take him one-on-one. You know, it's like, how? He's supposed to be like, you haven't done your
whatever that process.
Where he take the. I don't know. I only watched this movie one
He's
time.
like, I have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm like, I'm trying.
He has to do the whole thing where he basically renews his fucking license. I don't know what they called it in this, but he had to do it every 100 years. That's how we find out.
Yeah, I remember.
He's 10,000 years old. Then he tells the kid, like, my birthday was last Tuesday. Motherfucker, you don't know what Tuesday is. Like, what is Tuesday to you?
Yeah, that's a human thing.
Was he like in the Highlander? Like, was he mortal now because he was staying there and he wasn't gonna
they just took his finder status. But also,
he got fired is what happened.
They also took Sven's, but Sven still couldn't be executed. So now technically Jesse can't be executed if another finder comes down there. Like this is
he could be
all
killed
over the place. I mean, killed, but not by a finder. You know what I mean? Because it was supposed to be. That's what Sven kept saying. You can't. Kill me.
That's true.
You're a finder. It's against.
Yeah. So how is he fired and losing his immortality, but then is allowed to stay on Earth as a mission to say, okay, you can stay on there, like. So am I fired or not? Like, what's going on? I was confused and I didn't care. I was like, the movie's over. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the problem. I didn't try to overanalyze the thing. I'm like, you know what? Okay, whatever. They did something. Like my mind is such that I try to fill gaps in as I watch movies anyways. Just I can't you know, people say turn it off. I can't turn it off. You guys know that I can't turn it off.
You
don't just turn it off. Yeah. I agree with that entire speech, by the way.
We're talking about it, which kind of makes it go like, oh wait, yeah, why is it like that?
Why is it like that?
Yeah, right. So there's a whole nother element that we end up going like I was not this worked up when I got done with the movie. Okay, I was just like, oh yeah, this happened. Okay, I don't give a shit. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, motherfucker, why?
Wait a minute. It's like,
remember that part in Terminator where you're confused? No, it's like it's like I understand everything.
He said he would be back. He came back. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah,
it's you gotta have sex with her to have the kid in the future. So he's your dad. And he can send you back. I understood every bit of this. In Abraxas, I understand nothing.
Like, I don't even understand. Okay, so could he have just waited? So I think Abraxas or Secundus, once he impregnated her, he could have technically just stood there. Once the baby came out, check to see if it's the collimator, and then just absorb it right there. But he got captured and he got a 10-year sentence or whatever the years were.
He got
10 years,
captured.
10 years?
He stood there the entire time.
Yeah,
I guess I give up.
Yeah, give up. And then he knew he was going to escape at the right time, so that, you know, he can go back when this kid is the kid ready? My impression was that the kid was always ready. He could have taken the baby and absorbed it.
Yeah, it was always there. They even said once the baby's born, if you shoot the baby at that moment, it could explode, basically.
Right.
Like you could cause the ending of everything. You have to kill the mother before the baby comes out, or it's too late. There was also a line drop that I thought maybe this might get interesting, is when Secunda does escape and Jesse kind of goes like, oh, he escaped, huh? Kind of like this, like somebody's helping him. Right. And I was hoping it was going to be like one of those two numbskulls that are in the space station the whole time. And I was like, well, that didn't go anywhere either. Like it's like they were setting up these nice little plot points and then went, nah. I don't know how to continue.
This movie takes place over like a while. Are these motherfuckers just standing there watching this like monitor for like the entire time? And I'm saying, what's he doing now? Oh wait, he's taking a shit. Will we continue watching? Yeah, sure. And like they're just standing there talking.
Yeah. Well, because it was what 5 years. 5 years.
5 years, and they're still there.
Yeah. And like they all remember it like it was yesterday, because Jesse's sitting there going, "Yeah, you weren't there. I'll decide who I kill and who I execute." Like, motherfucker, that was 5 years ago. What mission have you done since then? Just.
Yeah, and they're wearing the same clothes from 5 years ago.
What did he do? Like, where they? Like, how did he have to eat or what? Yeah.
Funny story though. J-Man mentioned Brad Dourif. I thought the guy with the flock of seagulls haircut that was the alien was Brad Dourif. He kind of looked like him.
He had a bit of.
I was like, is that Brad Dourif? Is he in this movie too? And I'm like, oh no, it's not him.
What's with the cheesy? Okay, so again, stealing the car. I thought he was going to obliterate these people, like rip their arms off, and like it's like, even Terminator 2, very subtle because the Terminator is going to be a good guy. When he goes to the bar, it's vastly different than when he does it in part 1 when he acquires his gear.
Right,
he punching through guys and ripping them apart and stuff. In this one, they attack him. He kind of stabs the guy's shoulder, punches a guy out, throws a guy on the grill a little bit, like nothing nothing too nasty, like not the Bill Paxton getting through, getting rammed through.
Right.
So, and then he's like, can't let you take the man's wheel, son, whatever. And then he just takes the gun, like he didn't kill that guy. They did it very subtly because we're supposed to root for the Terminator. So you like, because we don't know it at the time that we're going to root for him. But they can't make him too evil.
That's why they gave Robert Patrick the stab the guy in the gut, which is the punch through from the first one.
Yeah. But you know what was a clever, not to turn this into a T2 stream, they didn't show it really, so you're like, did he punch through? It's only later that you realize that you're like, you know what, he killed that guy.
He stabbed him.
It was knife hand.
It was a knife hand. Yeah, you didn't know it was a knife hand when you saw it, and you thought, "Hey, is he the good guy?" I don't know if anyone didn't know, like if anyone was surprised, but we didn't know. I saw it in the theater, and I didn't know at the time that was the good guy. Like I wasn't.
We didn't know the liquid metal thing. Like the whole thing was supposed to be the reveal later, that he could do that. And then it's like, either you remember that or you watch it a second time going, motherfucker. It was
right. Yeah. That was the thing. So my point is, in this movie, I thought, oh, here we go. This will be where he really destroy. And I'm like, okay, Secundus is going to become a complete, and it's like comical. Like me. You can't take my car. How's your insurance? Like, what is happening here?
That was fucking
like,
my God, yeah. I was like, throw him in the fire. You got a fire right there. This guy should be burned alive. What the hell?
He goes, you get it. I was waiting for him to throw him in the fire.
Yeah.
Face first.
That's how you know they were the nicest alien race ever. Even the bad aliens are nice. Nothing. J-Man, you should have been at a certain point. Your excitement should have been gone away. You should have just been like, yeah, it's not happening.
It's not happening. Anything I think that's gonna happen. Well, I wasn't sure if he was. I mean, I'm like, are they gonna kill kids? Like Hobo with the shotgun. They nuke a school bus.
I thought the showdown was gonna be at the school when I first saw it. Like, it was gonna be like, it would be like Red Dawn where kids were running all over.
Yeah.
I like kids. And you fucking pat them on the head.
And then he goes into the teacher. He's like, I want to commit or I will kill all these. Like, you're not gonna kill anybody. Like, come on, we've been with this movie since the beginning. You're not gonna
we saw the first hour, buddy. You're not gonna do jack shit to these
it's really weird that like Jesse has like almost like engrossed himself into this culture of humans where he can actually talk to him. Fucking Sven's just running around like a goddamn robot. He's like, motherfucker, no one knows what a collimator is. Okay, say this kid. Bring up a picture. Have you seen this child? You just anything. You just tell me where this stuff is. Holy shit, we made money tonight, boys.
Yeah. Thank you. This is being simultaneously streamed from my channel as well. So you must
you must you then.
Nick, J-Man got $10.
No mention of the main character's siblings. Absnaxis to the cosmic force of junk food. Yeah, Abraxas, cosmic accountant. Yeah, defender small business.
Well, this little paragraph is better written than the movie.
I was gonna say this is better than the Absnaxis.
More thought has been put into this than the movie itself.
That's amazing. J-Man, do we got a gift to give him for that one? What do we got on there?
I appreciate that. Guys, make sure that this is being simultaneously streamed, that if you're not subscribed to the Action Elite, please make sure that you are subscribed to the Action Elite. And if you're watching this from the Action Elite, please make sure that you're subscribed to all of us. And I will put the links up again for everybody momentarily.
Yep. And if you do, then we will make you the collimator.
We'll make you the greatest collimator in the world. God, this is...
I can't believe we've actually managed to talk about this movie for this long already. I thought we were going to be done in 15 minutes.
It felt like it at first. It really did. Like, it's like we were all like, "Who's going to start?" It's just when do we start shitting on this in the nicest way we possibly can? And that's the weird thing. I don't want to shit on this and be like, "This is the fucking worst movie I've ever seen in my life. This never should have existed." It's just this is just bad, guys.
Yeah, you know, if I see it on TV, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah.
I
don't hate it at all.
I would turn this on in the background if the music was better, because I'm not listening to this fucking music in the background of my shop at all. Like, this music is terrible. That's my biggest bitch about this.
Jimmy, that's your quest. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to force yourself to watch this at some point.
It's awesome. We've been poking fun. It's just been an April Fool's gag. It was supposed to be for April, and it didn't. It was supposed to be a couple weeks ago.
It does have one of the best movie posters.
Yeah,
by far. It is awesome.
Yes. No, he did Demolition Man after this as a small bit role.
Well, he had a bigger role filmed, which was all cut. It was supposed to be like this much bigger character role in Demolition Man, and then it was all removed. There's a dude, whoever you are out there, I remember you, like, shortly after I first started the website 12 or 13 years ago. There was a guy who'd emailed, and he was a huge Demolition Man fan, and he kept emailing me all this cool, like, fan fiction stuff for Demolition Man sequels and stuff like that. And I was like, this is awesome. I was like, where are these people in Hollywood? Where are these people coming up with, like, cool ideas?
Right.
Like, always disappointed we never got a sequel to Demolition Man.
He ends up being just this little bit part, and Demolition Man is about the best it got.
I did post a poll on my stream, and it says Abraxas rating 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5. 25% say 2 out of 5, 25% say 3 out of 5, but 50% say 5 out of 5. So yeah, nice. Thank you, guys.
I just thought to see Mongo Michael has died. Oh, really?
Like Michael. Oh, yeah. I'm not.
R.I.P.
Might be before. Carl Weathers, yes.
Abraxas.
No, stop it.
We don't know.
Are you? You're posting this on my stream, right? Careful. Go to
demonetize.
Don't demonetize me. We're trying to get Owen monetized.
So you get whatever you like.
Yeah, we're trying. Oh, we're trying to get you monetized here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm just reading what people are saying. I'm not saying anything shocking.
Oh my god,
I say stuff because my day job. Never mind online. I say all the time.
It's getting a 2 on IMDb. Oh my god, IMDb! I'm firing.
It's like 2.7 or something like that on IMDb. Right?
I don't know. I'd give it like maybe a 4 or 5. I don't know. I don't know. The fact that I was willing to sit through it and watch it again, I was like, hey, you know, I have seen plenty of worse movies because I watch a lot of shite. Like, my life is mostly spent watching shite movies. You know, that's what I do. Now, we'd like you to review this no-budget movie. And
Yeah.
Now
all of those will be compared to Abraxas from
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is a nowhere near as bad as other bad movies that are actually bad, and also people need to broaden their like viewing. It's like I've seen a lot of things where I review a movie, or even if I talk a show and shit talk something, whatever. The thing that we never mentioned, we have almost gone the whole stream without mentioning it.
We're doing great.
So there's lots of negatives there, but when we're talking bad movies and we're saying this stuff, we're saying bad in or at least I'm saying in comparison of what we got. I'm not saying that this is garbage as in it's utter garbage. I'm saying this is garbage compared, not Abraxas, but like whatever. Let's say Daredevil, since that's the one. Born Again. I'm saying Born Again versus Daredevil season 1, which is if you're holding season 1 and 2 so high, Born Again is way low, right? I'm not doing Born Again versus Abraxas or something, right? Like I'm doing it comparatively. So Abraxas is a low budget movie. As a low budget movie, they tried to do some stuff. They didn't succeed. I don't think it's really that garbage. And there's way worse movies. Owen, as he's saying, like you're getting so many things to review from people who have no money, literally taking their iPhones out and shooting something. Mm-hmm. What do you think of my movie? And it's like, I love the enthusiasm,
But I've seen better films.
Yeah, so we're not trying to destroy at least I'm not trying to destroy.
I don't think any of us are. We're poking holes in it. Obviously,
it's
we're playfully poking fun at it. But
I got a little heated, but not at the movie. I'm just like, there though. Like you guys were touching a lot of these things, just a little bit, and not a lot of money. You're not saying you needed more budget to make this a better movie. You just needed to just finesse it a little bit more. Who even put this
$3 million is the budget according to IMDb?
Who put this out? Because I read something that this actually somehow ended up in public domain for a while. Yeah. And that's why it's one of those, like, you don't know what version you're getting a hold of whenever you get it.
Yeah, Daniel, we were saying earlier on that, does it take place in the same universe as the Principal? So now it does.
And doesn't know how to principal children in this movie, apparently, at all.
Yeah.
John, I think you're muted,
John,
brother.
you're muted.
Sorry, I got too excited there. I that there's no way that's Jim Belushi's Latimer from The Principal, because him in this movie is there's no way.
He'd have been punching kids if it was the Principal Belushi.
Well, he would at least know how to talk to children and be like, "Oh, let me sit them down and
kids
say
were punching
bullying is bad."
Also, the fact of going from the principal to now he's the principal at the elementary school is kind of a big jump for that
maybe
character.
That situation was like, you know what? I can't do high school anymore.
Yeah. So, we're not going to fire you, but you're going to get moved down here. I do love pancakes. I do love pancakes.
I got
pancakes.
Oh, this is awesome.
Actually, just while I remember, somebody sent me the Silverdator, this huge tome.
Oh, I'll make you full screen. Hold on.
These fists break bricks. Hell
awesome. That is awesome. That's a great book.
So
look at that.
I'm going to review that at some point. So
that's a
nice
coffee table book. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I'm going through that as well. Whichever one
I got that for Father's Day.
Put it back on. We missed it. I missed it.
Oh, yeah.
I was too slow.
I need to get that.
That's a good book.
I'm just not having enough hours in the day to read them.
I've watched the documentary on Tubi. They have the Last Action Heroes, but it's I need to get the book.
I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that too.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
That may be like a book version of what's on Tubi, but there's a documentary of the Last Action Heroes.
Oliver Harper, YouTuber. I interviewed him years ago, actually. So we should maybe do a stream with him at some point and see if he's interested. I'm sure he's a fellow Brit, so that would be entertaining. So also, Louis from Vintage Action. I didn't even know that he was in the Action Elite group on Facebook. So I'm going to start doing some live streams with him as well. Or maybe if he can join with us. I don't know if he'll be able to join with us because he's in the UK. So he's going to be 5 hours ahead of us. So I might do ones with him like in the weekend or something like that occasionally. And, just try and do different ones all the time. So
I saw him pop up on the Facebook page. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's posted stuff all the time. And it's one of my favorite channels. Well, because he posts like movies, like really obscure action movies, which is really cool.
Maybe do it a bit earlier, see if that accommodates.
That's good.
6 p.m. or something, or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually a book with solid. Oh, nice. Yeah.
They should do a book on Seagal. Oh, I know. Well, there is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Owen's got
Here's Steven Seagal. He's right here. No. Owen's just seeing Steven Seagal. Oh, let me make it full screen. Hold on.
Sagology.
Oh,
I've seen that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, by Vern. So this is a great read.
Hell yeah.
That is great.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. So,
okay, last one.
Abraxas, cosmic herder of large hairy buffalo
creatures.
Yaks.
Oh, did he take Lord of the Down? Oh, boo. Because there's some great, like, obscure ones he had on there.
That's
the problem, though. It's all, like, copyright shit as well. So that's why I rarely upload things to the YouTube channel. But I think I'm able to upload things from Wellgo USA. They don't have copyright, so I'm able to do that. So I'm just going to keep going. So, Charlie, get that book.
Yeah, I'll get that book for Dustin. He hates Seagal. And our gag now is because we'll mail each other shit. We've been mailing him random Steven Seagal movies for his collection. So I sent him like the 4-pack from Walmart the other day because I already had it, and I was like, I'm going to buy this for Dustin. It's $5, and so he has like 4 of them, like Out for Justice and like On Deadly Ground and all kinds of shit on it.
Yeah, well, those first 5 or 6 are really good movies too. Like, you know what the problem is like you forget sometimes. Like, don't forget those first 5. We can go through the IMDb next time we have time. 5 or 6, whatever, are pretty awesome.
They're amazing. Yeah,
like pretty
Nico,
awesome.
Out for Justice, Marked for Death.
Above the Law.
Hard to Kill.
Under Siege, Hard to Kill. That's all of them.
I think Jimmy mentioned once before he was surprised that we never done a streaming Out for Justice. Have we not? I thought we had.
Have we not done one for Out for Justice?
We did Marked for Death.
We did Marked for Death. We've done We did Nico, right? I thought we did that one. His first one.
Above the Law, correct?
Above the Law, yes, we did that.
Yeah.
I know I did Out for Justice on, I think it was on Preston's channel, Samurai.
That's the one with Richie, right? That's with William Forsythe.
Yeah, anybody seen Richie?
Anybody seen Richie?
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've actually done
that. For Justice. Yeah, we'll do it for Justice in a few weeks, and after Beekeeper and Working Man.
I've been trying to. So what's been going on is because we've been doing these, and now that we started the simulcasting, I'm trying not to overlap. Like if I'm doing something on my channel that, like, I've had a lot of requests to do movies. I was like, we've already covered this on Action Elite, so I've been directing people, and Charlie knows, and John too. Like these people have asking me, "Oh, can you do this? Can you do this?" I was like, "It's already done on Action Elite," so I'm trying to link everybody, saying, "Hey, watch this stream. We already covered this movie." So I'm trying not to. If worst case, there might be a little bit overlap. If it's like a super comic book movie, but it's also considered an action movie, there's a few overlaps, right? Like Judge Dredd would be an overlap,
because we did the Judge Dredd one, So
so there's a little bit of overlap here and there where it's a comic book movie, but also really an important action movie. So there's a little bit, but something like where it's like, people are asking me to do Steven Seagal. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
that's
I'll do it on this channel, right? So
yeah, we'll do Out for Justice then. That'll be the next Seagal one. We'll do it after the so
we got like a month now.
Yeah, we're good for it.
We're good. We're good.
The good thing is, like, I've watched In Hell recently, so I don't need to watch it. I've seen Cobra. I watched that last week. It's fucking great.
I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. Yeah.
No, I know. And then Beekeeper and Working Man. I'm going to give them another watch just to be sure. So I'm pretty sure I know. And also, anybody who's watching, I put a poll on the Action Elite channel for Beekeeper versus the Working Man. So be sure to vote on that, and then we'll show that on the stream in a few weeks. So you got plenty of time to watch them all.
Oh yeah.
So
I got to watch Working Man anyways because I wanted to see that in the theater, but I was still recovering from my injury.
Yep.
So on the 90s, after the 90s. I don't hate the guy, man. I can't. I'll tell you, my private thing is that I don't really get too caught up in what people say and how they behave unless they're actually committing crimes.
Yeah.
Right. Like if Steven Seagal is just an asshole, it's like, okay, well, I don't know what that means.
Most of them are.
Like when I met him, he didn't say much, but he was fine. Like he gave me the autograph, like I showed you my Out for Justice lasers, his 2-0, all my love, Steven Seagal. So I was like, he loves me. So
what was the one we just did a few weeks ago? Where we had the director on. What was the name of the movie? Oh my god.
Art Camacho.
Recoil. And he said, he goes, I worked with Seagal. I can't remember which movie it was on. It was Out for Justice or whatever. and he said he had passed it, and he goes, I went there, and he goes, and I got there, and I gave the guy respect. I called him Sensei Seagal. We talked about the fight choreography. What do you want to do? What do, blah, blah, blah. And we got along beautifully. Exactly. Because if you're going in there saying, well, Steven, you're not that good. What do you do? Do you think now let's pick someone else. Pick Tom Cruise. Do you think if I go in and say, well, Tom, you're not that good, and I heard you're kind of a jerk sometimes, and Scientology's for idiots, and what you think, and you want Tom Cruise to be like, oh yeah, no problem, J-Man, you're the best. Like, and then Tom Cruise is like, you know what, you're a dick. Oh, Tom Cruise is an asshole. He. Like, what does that mean? I can't go by these stories. I don't care, even if they say, unless the guy comes out, even if Tom Cruise came out and did a public forum and said J-Man and his channel's trash, I'd still be like, I'm still excited for Mission Impossible. I'd still be like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
although I am disappointed that it was going to be like the longest of all of them. And like, but the last one was too long, and that's why it wasn't a huge box office hit. I was like, why have you not learned from your mistakes? I
really liked it though. I wanted to not like it to be like F these two-parters, and this movie's too long. And then my wife and I watched it. I was like, this is pretty exciting. I don't know. I still liked it
once in the theater, so I'm going to watch all before seeing a new one. So
I'm still waiting to watch it. As soon as I'm ready to go watch the sequel or the new part, I'm watching part one. That way, basically, I'm watching one long ass movie.
One super long movie.
That's my plan.
So that's what it was. I knew there was something else massive that had happened since our last stream. Van Damme and Seagal together at last.
What was up with that?
I was like, what? So are they going to do a movie together? Maybe.
I don't think it's a movie.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know. It's too awesome.
Maybe Owen knows something and he's not allowed to say. My God. Clouds. What? Oh.
Whoa, that would be
well, awesome, now we're just showing us who's the man.
Wow. Now, okay, where's my... Hold on.
Hey, you know what? None of you are cool because I'm BFFs with Kellen.
Sorry, John, say that again.
I said none of you are cool as me because I'm BFFs with Kellen Lutz now. So there you go on that one.
Well, there is that.
He came back in the trampoline park last week, and he's like he knew me and everything. He signed me a picture, although it's from Twilight. But I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
It's still an autograph, and that's all that matters.
That's right.
Yeah, I know Lilo and Stitch will destroy it at the box office. I was like, you don't go up against like a live action adaptation or an animated movie, a kids movie. Do not go up against a kids movie because you'll lose.
I don't know. They haven't had a good track record, so I'm not.
I don't think Lilo and Stitch, the original animated thing, did that well. So I'm not sure. Did it do okay?
Yeah, I actually remember watching it.
I like it. It's
we love it in our family. Let me tell you, my daughter's bedroom is Stitch all over the place.
It's one of the few that if you're gonna do it live action, because it still has to be like animated CG stuff to still get it. It'll kind of be like think of it like Sonic. It's gonna have that kind of vibe to it, but it's not gonna. It'll do better than fucking Snow White. So that's not saying a whole lot.
I don't know who's who. Who is Stitch the monster? Or is Stitch the human?
Yeah, Stitch is the
monster.
So I'm sure that monster CGI person isn't going around insulting everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure it is too.
I deliberately didn't post about the Bloodsport remake because I don't think it's true. I've heard from sources that
doesn't sound like something A24 would want to.
I mean, A24 have gone into sort of more action with like Warfare and Civil War.
Well, they did Northman
they're more intellectual sort of things, though. They're not like Bloodsport. And also, can they really do Bloodsport like with Frank Dux, whatever, with all the legal problems and everything?
Yeah.
With all that.
Are you going to ignore him and just do a different version of Bloodsport? Because that's kind of what you have to do at this point.
That's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah, like who's before? Like I'm not interested in seeing a Bloodsport remake. Like maybe do a sequel with Van Damme returning or something. But otherwise,
a few years ago, David Leitch and Chad Stahelski were going to do it. I would have been interested, kind of, to see what they would do together, but they dropped it. So it's not
Bloodsport is. It's like when the name of the movie becomes an adjective to describe other movies, you don't remake it. Like when someone says, I don't understand, what's this movie about? It's kind of like Bloodsport. Oh, okay. Like Bloodsport is used to describe what other movies are. Yeah. So it's like you don't remake that because that's the term. It's like that's the term of it. So I don't understand. Apparently Viking Samurai met with somebody. Yeah, I've been watching. I'm a bit behind on his videos, but
He did it on. He did a post about something on Instagram the other day about it. So
yeah, you got to be careful. You need to have content, right? Mm-hmm. So be careful of that too. I'm not saying positives or negatives, but all of these things, there needs to be constant content. So careful of that.
Until it's like officially announced, then I'm.
Or do you see like everybody's been announcing or posting about Andrew Koji and that other guy Noah Centineo being in the Street Fighter movie? I'm like, dude, they took it off the schedule. Like, and it was from some guy's website that I never heard of, but everybody and their mother was posting it. Yeah. So
I don't know, until it's in like one of the trades like Deadline or THR or something like that. Then I don't care.
Yeah, that's the best policy.
But yeah. Wow, I can't believe we actually made it to like an hour and 10 minutes, and we spent most of it talking about Abraxas as well.
We really did.
It was a good chunk of an hour.
I do have notes. Let me see. Did we miss anything?
It was like 90%. I'd say 90% of Abraxas on that one.
I did say that it looked like a Hallmark movie. Wearing like
explosions,
yeah.
And also, it was initially rated R, but they removed the boobs and it got a PG-13 rating. And I was like, you removed the best part of the movie just for a PG-13 rating. Why would you do that?
Would you do that?
Well, but that's why it made so much money at the box office. I said the citizens of people living in town were very relaxed.
Yeah,
because nobody was too concerned about things. They were just mildly.
The Uzi was the most shocking thing that I would have seen there, probably.
And he was just hitting cars and stuff with it. I'm like,
I'm
not going to shoot people. I'm just going to blow up cars and stuff. It's like, okay, I'm going to do property damage. That's it.
I did write zoomed in fight.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like the film's like 90 minutes or 80 minutes or something, and you're trying to force yourself to remember any of the action scenes in it, and I'm like, there's nothing that stands out. I mean, you think of Terminator, which is a similar story. You got the police station massacre, which is like one of the most fucking shocking, amazing scenes you'll ever see, and there's just so many great action scenes in it. And then you watch this, and you're like, so there's those laser guns which don't fire lasers, and then there's random explosions, and there's no light coming from them, and then there's like some fight scenes, but I don't really remember. And I just remember a few explosions, which were all right. Because that's one thing I'll say. This was back in the day when explosions were always real in movies, and it wasn't like CG shitty explosions. So that's a point in its favor.
That was a huge plus because there's not a lack of explosions in this movie. Like they blow the shit up out of everything. But they use 2 revolvers, 2 6-shooters in this, and Uzi out of nowhere, in some space guns. It's just like it's not even a big shoot 'em up kind of movie. And there's no it would beat the dead horse, but you just brought up what do we remember from Terminator? Fuck, I remember just him being in that hotel room repairing himself.
Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah, but you see the eye and half the face and all. It's like, give me something alien-ish, from Sven or something in this. Like when he got shot up, have green blood or something coming out, or he at least kind of got hurt.
Or it was funny how they lost their weapons, so you don't even have the weapons anymore. So it's like
that was such a we don't have budget, but we want to make sure everyone knows we totally have weapons. That was Deadpool Part 1, where he left the fucking weapons in the taxi camp, and they're gone. He's like, where the fuck are my weapons at? This is bullshit. But the mother box and their clothes made it just fine. I'm like, no.
Right. No. Yeah, and their clothes are literally like Michael Myers outfit. It's just like Iron Man outfits or something. It's like they're
telling us what's happened for the past 5 years in between the baby being born. It's like, what did he work in a gas station or what? How did he survive for 5 years? It's like 5 years. It's not a small amount of time.
It would have been neat to show something else, right? And then I gotta go or whatever. I don't know. They didn't
show the prison. They sent him to prison. Show that. Show him.
Yeah.
Interacting with other prisoners, they've heard about him talking about getting this anti-life equation, and they're trying to kick his ass or find out shit, and he's just annihilate. That would have been a great gore scene. Have him annihilate prisoners.
There's Secundus guy thinks he's gonna get the anti-life equation. Okay.
And then you have a graphic shower scene. I'll make you the Colmeda, and then
it's like, he needs the anti-brain equation. And then he comes and destroys. Where is the thing that you're walking away being like, that was awesome? Yeah,
Listen,
that doesn't happen.
I would have given this another star if they just panned back on the fight scenes and showed us something that was worth something.
If
you
made it
you
a
thought
cool
at
fight
the end
scene.
there'd be two big beefed up muscle guys beating the shit out. Like, again, worst case scenario in this movie, and I think John said this, the budget doesn't matter. At the end, you have two guys, maybe they rip their armor off or something. Let's do this man to man and just pummel the crap out of each other, like smash each other. They're wrestler guys. Smash their heads and make it like WrestleMania was the other night, 2 nights, and there was like hardcore matches and there's actually like better fighting. Like, you've got wrestlers. The beauty thing is that you can have them smash his head off the wall. Oh, and like have the green blood. Boom, pummel him, slam him. Like, I thought you're getting these big, Sven's a big power lifter guy, and you got Jesse. I thought there's going to be body slams and there'd be a DDT or something crazy. Yeah. Like, they didn't even have that. The point of getting when Roddy Piper teamed up with Billy Blanks, those are the best movies because you have a wrestler guy and then you have a martial artist. You're like, well, this is going to be awesome because he's going to do wrestling moves like clotheslines and power slams, and Billy's going to kick the shit out of people with spin kicks and punches. And you're like, yes, that's what happens in all these movies.
I would watch it.
Yeah,
it would all be the entire movie. It would just be the voiceover of Abraxas telling us what's going on. That would be the A24, and then somehow people are pieces of shit. That's the A24 way. By the end of the movie, I don't want to be a human anymore. Okay, because we suck.
You know what? In the movies with Roddy Piper and Billy Blanks, I mean, if the budget was higher, it wasn't much higher than Abraxas in those movies.
Not really, no.
And look what they did with what they had. It's like
it's no excuse for budget. I mean, they're talented martial artists. Like I said, like people send me stuff all the time. Some of it's better than others, but sometimes I get stuff and I'm like, no, this is really bloody good a lot of the time because there's actual like talent, martial arts, whatever. But sometimes there's
the biggest sin with Abraxas is you don't see the budget even on screen.
No,
like the actors aren't worth the budget if whatever they had. J-Man, you looked it up. Like I don't see it anywhere. Like there's
what was this $3 million spent on?
Yeah, where you filmed in Canada,
cheap.
Your space shots were in one setting with two guys that stood there the whole time. So that was filmed in 3 days at best. Right. So other than some explosions and maybe they didn't even really wreck a car. He ripped a door off and he wants to play cat and mouse with the kid. Why the fuck would he want to play cat and mouse with the kid now? Grab the kid, throw him in the car, go where you're going to go, then get the fucking anti-life equation. This cat and mouse bullshit you tried to throw at me.
Also,
I'm like, no.
How do they catch up with the kids so quickly? Like the kid's like running away like at one point, and he's like out somewhere, and then all of a sudden, Abraxas beers is like, "Oh, we've got."
Oh yeah, snatches him off the ladder because it's like.
Yeah, well, it's like the mother box tells them where the kid is. Like soon he'll be out of range. Well, how do you know that? Maybe he'll turn back and run and come back around the other way and not know where he's going. Like,
how does it know it's almost out of range if it can't sense where the kid is?
Yeah, it's it's nonsense. It's just to explain. It's a plot device. It's the plot device. But they don't call it the mother box, but what we're calling it mother box.
We're calling it the mother box,
but it's not that. But anyways, whatever it is, it's like the guidance system. It's like, oh, okay,
and it's sassy. It's sassy in this movie. Like just. You will only, it was fucking Alexa, basically. It's like, you only speak when spoken to. And it fucking mouse off to him again. Then he's like, well, if you want to stay with me, it'd be nice. So like, well, if command says it's okay, I'll stay with you and we'll raise this child together.
He's like, I'm trying to get laid. It's like, stop.
And the mother box, like, you cannot pursue this. It's like, why would it say that? Like I'm about to watch a movie and then Alexa's like, oh, you can't watch that, J-Man. You shouldn't be watching that movie. It's like, what are you talking
I was waiting for it just to go, you have a raging boner right now. And it's like, that's pretty much what it says. Like your heart rate has gone up. Blood is moving from somewhere else.
Abraxas, you're growing a third leg.
Abraxas tripod.
Oh, Alex Garland would be all over the Abraxas.
I went to see Warfare. It was last week. Was it last week? Or a couple weeks ago, anyway, when it was coming out. And Alex Garland and some of the cast were there doing a Q&A afterwards. And they're for like 30 or 40 minutes afterwards. So, like, I enjoyed the movie. It was a good sort of one-time watch. But I think we've discussed before. I'm not really a big like war guy because there's nothing like fun about it. It's showing the horrors of war. So by the time the film's over, you're like, well, I want to join the military. You're like, yeah, no. And it does what it's set out to do. There's some incredible visceral like battle scenes and things like that. But I likely wouldn't watch it again. I don't think. I don't know.
I didn't see Civil War.
I did. I remember I liked the last like 15-20 minutes, but it wasn't an action movie. It was one of these movies that was marketed to be an action movie, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's not. It's like Sinners. I saw Sinners last week.
That looks cool, but
yeah,
no.
and it was cool, but it's not an action movie. So that's why I didn't bother reviewing it, because the first hour is like a blues drama. So like there's no action in the front, and then
does he use the Tommy gun in it like he did in the trailer?
That's in the final 5 minutes. Yeah.
Final 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then there's like about 15-20 minutes of vampire stuff towards the end, and then that's it. But the
vampire shit, where the fuck does that come from?
Yeah, that's in the trailers.
Yeah, it's in the trailers. They're monsters.
I didn't watch the trailer. Yeah, I've just seen the thing pop up, and
so yeah,
everyone's talking about it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's a masterpiece," and I'm like, "Is it though?"
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah. The best thing about it is the music. The music is incredible, and that I will say. There's one scene showing all the different eras of music, and it's fantastic. And there are moments of absolute genius in it. It is a good movie. But me and Steve, when it was over, we were sort of like, "Yeah, it was all right." I was kind of bored for the first hour. It's like,
Oh, that's disappointing. I had somewhat of a hope for it.
Yeah, you probably like it. Just don't expect an action movie, because the trailers made it look like it was going to be like From Dusk Till Dawn kind of thing.
That's what I thought. That is what I thought it was going to be.
And it's really not. It's more of a character piece, and like the acting is great. Michael B. Jordan is great. I mean, it is good, but
I'll wait for the library to get it then.
Good idea. Yeah. I mean, I know. You know me. I'm always going to give an honest review of everything. So yeah, I did not love it. I thought it was all right.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like Andor season 2. I watched that, and I'm seeing all these reviews, and they're like 5 stars. This is Star Wars. It's absolute best, and I'm like,
hour 21.
Is it though?
Hour 21.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Compared to everything else that's came out, maybe they're not wrong. They're like, this is the best.
Strikes Back.
I hate that kind of thing.
This is the best we've gotten in a while. That's basically how you have to do it now.
Since 1986.
It is good, but like we've discussed before, it never feels like an old-fashioned serial adventure. There's no fun to it. It's gritty and serious. It's like Rogue One, and that's sort of the thing. And I understand why people like it, but I don't want to see people sitting around talking. And there's scenes between two Imperial characters having a relationship while his mother is being annoying, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I want from Star Wars. I was like, where's the fucking lightsabers and the Force and all this? And people are like, oh, it's not about Jedi, Sith, or lightsabers. And I'm like, yeah, but then it's not Star Wars. It's just a boring sci-fi show with people talking.
Right, and it's not talking. Here's the other thing: when people say, well, Star Wars can be other things. Sure, it could be other things, but you're not making a good thing out of that either.
You can't do either. Yeah,
you're right. You're not. So if you don't have lightsabers and the Force and ship battles and all that, then okay. Then it's not Star Wars, in my opinion. But you're saying it's not Star Wars, but it's still pretty good. But it's not good. Like, the character is not good. Same with Daredevil. Well, it's about other things. It's like, yeah, but what it's about sucks.
Is that a weird hashtag? All Star Wars. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding?
Oh,
yeah,
no, that's
there are plenty of shows like these reviews saying, "Oh my god, this is a masterpiece." Whatever. No, it's not. It's average at best. I give it 3 stars. I said there's some great visuals in it. The second half of the season is really good when K2SO shows up in like the last 3 episodes.
And
he was one of the best things about it. But like Andor himself, he's not an interesting character. Like, I don't like this guy.
He's boring.
I was like, I wanted a Chirrut Imwe series instead with Donnie Yen, and that would have been more interesting.
That would have been way better.
He was the best character in Rogue One.
He was the best.
You give the character a spin-off.
I like Rogue One on its own as its own thing. It should never be anything other than its own thing, because the whole point is that these unknown losers got together to do this one great epic thing, and no one's ever going to remember that they did it, and they were important. That gives pathos and also and the tone and all this other bullshit that everyone says, but it does make it true in that movie.
And it worked without relying on lightsabers, like we were talking about. Like,
you're right.
Yes, it shows up at the end, which is fine. That's your
really cool.
That's your fan. That's your fan service, and yes, it's one of the best scenes ever. But I love Rogue One because it did feel like it's part of it, but just outside, just on the edge.
And that's fine.
I liked it.
A good Disney Star Wars movie is Rogue One, like those for your pants. Yeah.
Well, you all know I'm a military movie fan, so I liked it because it was like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a war movie.
Yeah, it's
totally.
Yeah, so I and anytime Donnie Yen's beating the crap out of stormtroopers, I'm like, and then somebody on the internet was picking that scene apart, and I wanted to reach through and punch him. I forget who was doing that.
Yeah, somebody on the internet.
Oh, but yeah, it's supposed to be the Force is protecting him, right? That's the
yeah.
That's the best scene in the whole movie.
It's Donnie Yen. Shut up. Get out of here.
No, that scene is the best thing. Like him saying, "I'm one with the Force. Force is one with me." That is awesome.
All that, and then Chirrut coming in with the gun after Donnie Yen dies. It's just like that's the hero moments I want in this.
It's still a serial because there's clear defining things happening. Okay, get your guys together. Okay, get to this objective. Okay, we now need to find this guy to get the information for the next guy. You could break it up into 20-minute I don't know what, I haven't seen it in a while, but you can break it up into chunks.
You do you save the girl, you go to the Forrest Whitaker character, then you go for her dad. You have what you need. You go to the planet. Now you move to the outside of the planet.
Yes.
Explain all that from above, communicating with below, get it where they cross over, and then boom, at the end, now you lead into the next.
And it's still wars. It still has a war in it.
Still war.
Yeah, there isn't a single space battle in Andor, and I was like, "There's no Star Wars," and that's why it's just called Andor because it's not Star Wars. I was just wanting like a couple of Star Destroyers or anything. There's nothing. It's like just one little scene with Vader, a hologram of Palpatine. No, okay.
But we are in agreement. Rogue One is better than Abraxas, correct?
Are we going to whereas are they still going to do a Rey movie? I don't know. I don't think anybody's really wanting that apart from
nobody.
I'm cautiously optimistic for Starfighter.
Yeah, Starfighter sounds cool because we've got Ryan Gosling, and I like Ryan Gosling, so probably I'll get cancelled before it's even released.
They're announcing everything. Everything's we're doing this. Here's what you got to do: make a prop. Go back and watch a bunch of movies. The problem is the people making these don't like the things that they're based on. So it's like if I don't like what something is based on, then why would I make a good version of the thing that it's based on? It's like I don't like action sci-fi movies. I know. Why don't I direct a Terminator movie? It's like, well, because you don't like action sci-fi movies. Quick, name your favorites. None. Okay, you're up this project. Abraxas. Well, at least if they knew Abraxas, they don't like these. They don't like these, and they can't copy. Like they're not good at copying this. Like you could just copy the thing if you want to, right? And then just change up and make it your own, but they can't even do that. So they don't like the thing. They don't like serials and action. They keep wanting like Andor. Even if it's good though, even if it is good, it's not Star Wars. It's like, oh, that was a good show. Okay, but it's a good show that's not Star Wars, and I don't care. I don't think and if you said it was a 5 out of 5 non-Star Wars show, then maybe I'd watch it. But saying it's a 3 out of 5 non-Star Wars show, well, guess what? I'd rather watch a 5 out of 5 Star Trek or whatever, right? Like I'd rather just watch if it's a sci-fi drama or something. Then I'll just watch Star Trek. Like I'm watching Star Wars because I want a serial and Kurosawa movies meshed together in space. That's what I want. There's nothing to be excited about. Andor, there's nothing exciting. There's a momentum of fights. It's like next action scene. What's the next action scene? Everything is an excuse for the next action scene. That doesn't mean it has to be bad characters. Indiana Jones, Raiders is perfect. It's like that's like a perfect serial movie, like brought to today. Or today, I guess not today anymore, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Brought to modern standards.
Modern seminar. Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a character. Indiana Jones. You're not getting into this like, oh, what was he like as a child? What are you talking? Who cares? The guy's out. There's no time. The problem is, you know why they don't get into it? Because there's no time. These movies are fast paced. Raiders of the Lost Ark, I don't know how long it is. It feels like it's very short because it feels like by the time you're even getting
50 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it's less than 2 hours.
It's less than 2 hours, and it feels even shorter because by the time you get to like where he's doing the trucks and going, you're like, oh shit, how long? This movie's like this is approaching the end. Like you're getting so pumped up and the movie's already ending before you even realize that it's getting to the ending. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already at the end. You're like, shit, we're already at the end of this movie. What the hell?
Hour 55.
Hour 55, 2 hours. And it is fast. That's my thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm seeing people saying, Andor is a masterpiece and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, who fucking paid you to say that? Because like, there isn't enough beer in the world or money in the world for me to say something that. And I was like, yeah, it's average at best. The performances are all right. It certainly has its moments. There are a couple of interesting scenes. If you know about the lore, then the Gorman stuff is quite interesting. But there's just so many scenes of talking. And there's scenes involving a wedding, and it seems to go on for like several episodes. And I'm like, I don't fucking care about this. It's like,
who cares?
It's like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know what I want from Star Wars, and that ain't it.
Right.
So,
Star Wars with Leia and Han, who have a courtship. Their courtship is done through action sequences, right? Everything needs to be an excuse for action. That's what serials are. Get you back for the next one because there's going to be something crazy at the end, and then you're going to need to come back because of the cliffhanger. It's like
movies need mini cliffhangers.
And they do. They all do. All of them do.
Something that rolls right into the next thing. Like, oh, they just got through that one. Now, oh shit, this is about to happen now.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like Empire Strikes Back. Oh, Luke's out there. Raw. Shit, they count. And you're like, oh shit, Luke just got captured by a monster. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Next week you come back. Okay, guys, what happened? He gets out of that one. Yeah. Oh my god, it's the Empire, they're attacking. We have to escape. Okay, next one. Action scene, right? Get off the thing. Where are we gonna go? Boom, land. It's like, no, you have to go to the Dagobah system. What's that? Oh no, it could be something dangerous. And right, like everything is an excuse to move the story forward to the climax, even if it's a bad climax. Like
Yep. If you look at the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is like some of my favorite movies, but anytime I remember someone mentioned this, and I think about it every time I watch it, and it was a YouTuber. I can't remember who you are, but credit to you, whoever you are. And they said anytime throughout the trilogy, mostly when a new character is introduced, there's always a threat straight away. You're sort of like, oh wait, is this person a good guy or a bad guy? And then when you go through it, you're like, oh yeah, Aragorn, when he's introduced, you're just sitting there, you see the eyes when he's smoking the pipe. I go, who's this guy? Yes. Is he a good guy or is he a bad guy? When Arwen first appeared, she's got her sword to Aragorn's throat. You're like, oh my god, is she going to kill? And there's all this stuff going on. Faramir, oh, is he going to kill the hobbits or whatever? So each character is introduced as if there's a potential threat, so there's always that thing going on all the way through it, and I see that every time I watch the movies now.
But it keeps you on edge. It keeps you interested in the story as it goes.
Conflict. There should always be conflict.
Yeah, and every character in Lord of the Rings has the full spectrum of good and evil. Mm-hmm. It's like you have Frodo. Well, what's an evil hobbit? Smeagol. He's the evil version of the Hobbit. You've got the good wizard, the bad wizard, Saruman and Gandalf. They're the same, but one is the bad version. You have the king, you have Aragorn, who is like with the people and a poor guy, and the other king is really Sauron, who would be the king if he became king. So it's between those two who's going to win. One of them's going to become the king. Even the brothers, Boromir, you got the two brothers, one who's like the more noble good brother, but he's and then Boromir's like, no, I want to use the weapons, use the ring. Every character has like another counter character that you can see. It's like, what if, because as you see Frodo's journey, you're like, oh, he's going to become like Smeagol, right? Shit, because that's the bad. Even see, Smeagol's not really that threatening because he's still a hobbit. He's an evil hobbit. That's the most evil that you can get, which is really not that bad. I'd rather face him than the Balrog, but right. But still, then when you see Saruman, you're like, oh shit, this is the evil version, right? And the orcs are the bad elves, right? Like everything has counters. So throughout this whole movie, you're always guessing. You're like, yeah, characters come in. Oh, is this a good guy? Aragorn's a great example. He's sitting there like, well, shit, is he a good guy? Because there's guys trying to kill them. He's kind of hooded. He doesn't look like he's a good guy because he doesn't appear to be a good guy. The hobbits are clearly good guys because they look cute and they're.
And nobody's introduced as a good guy. Even Galadriel, when she comes in, you're like, oh, what's she playing at?
Is she being weird or what's going on? Is she got an ulterior motive? Right? Like, I love all 6 movies and the 3 Hobbit movies. I love all 3 Hobbit movies. I don't care what anyone says. I'll beat them up. I could have had 12 movies. I could have had 6 and 6, and I'd be like, yeah.
Well, they're pretty much like my favorite movies. Like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars are pretty much it.
Yeah, those are
the Lost Ark. So
yeah.
I'll just go through some of these comments here. Has anyone seen The Longest Day with John Wayne? That's a good military. Actually, I haven't.
No, I haven't. John.
Have you
Yes,
seen
I've seen. Yes.
it? Of course.
In the theater. No, you didn't see that.
Shut up.
You didn't see that one in the theater.
No, I did not.
John Wayne.
That's a little bit before my time.
That's
I'm
before
old.
your time.
I'm old,
Finally.
but I'm not that old.
My pappy had me in his swaddling arms, and I
Well, I
watched
could care
John
less
Wayne.
about that.
Uh,
The only thing
Outrun?
I'm interested in about Outrun is it has to keep the music. I want a cool updated version of the theme tune.
Yep.
There's an
It's
awesome
Sydney
theme tune.
Sweeney in a bikini some point in the movie.
I mean, yeah, never gonna be mad at that.
Woo. Yahoo.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they don't know what they are. That's why they don't watch them.
Disney doesn't know what that is.
Jeremy Johns.
No.
Oh, I know Jeremy Johns. Yeah,
Yeah, I watch him sometimes.
with the red background, right?
Yeah. And he's usually carrying a drink. So, if I'm ever drunk on the stream, which could happen at some point, though, I will do my Gollum impression because I literally do the best Gollum impression outside of Andy Serkis. Nobody can do as good as me. Just put it out there, but I'm not doing it.
He's like, I can do it, but not now.
Yeah, I can do it, but I don't want to.
I need.
Tune in next week. He might do it. Cliffhanger.
But probably not.
See?
All right. Anyway, we'll wrap it up there. I can't believe. Well, we talked about Abraxas for 50 minutes, and then the rest was just talking shite as usual. So,
That's fine.
but people keep saying cool comments like Sega needs to make a Streets of Rage movie. Hell yeah!
I would watch that in a heartbeat.
They announced that a while ago, and then it never happened. They keep announcing, like they announced. Do you remember Mask? Mask.
Fuck
Yeah, they're re-releasing the toys. Yeah.
F. Gary Gray was going to do a movie of that. I think it was just before COVID, and then it never happened. I was like, I would have seen a proper live action movie of it.
How about Golden Axe?
Golden Axe, yeah.
Yeah, I saw those
All
toys
these
come
retro
out.
video games could make awesome movies.
Yeah.
Give me an Altered Beast horror movie.
Yeah, there's
Oh
one
my
in
God.
development, but we'll see.
There's always a movie in development of something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's how you hold on to the rights. What they're doing is just snagging up rights, and then they're like, "Oh, it's in development," and they hang on.
Or you do what Roger Corman did. You make one with no intention of releasing it. Just so that's the
Yeah, I think there's a Shinobi figure with that Golden Axe
Yep.
figure, J-Man.
It was at
Shinobi
the man. I spent so much this week, and I might have to get a new computer. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get one soon. I will claim it back for taxes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so next week we're doing some Van Damage, and we're going to talk about In Hell and discuss, is it underrated, does it suck, or whatever else. So
it's uplifting. I could tell you.
I can tell you that it's better than Abraxas. So,
How dare you?
How much better? I know. For shame.
Colmedo.
Spawn, damn it. Yeah, there's set pics of the Spawn coming out, so that's going to be coming.
Ah, good. Finally, they've been talking about it for years.
Yep.
Is Jamie Foxx still in it?
I think Jamie Foxx is still in it, but dude, the set pieces, Spawn looks fucking 10 foot tall. It looks amazing.
Ooh.
It's just stills.
I got Tactical Spawn at Walmart. I thought that was the best thing ever. I'm like, I need this.
I like the Spawn movie. Sue me. I don't give a shit. I like it.
Oh, I do too. Michael J. White
Yeah.
Spawn movie? Yeah.
I've got the trading cards, the soundtrack, the official one sheet.
That's
so
man.
crap.
Do you have the variant soundtrack like I do that has Christmas Spawn on the cover and it's for the Spawn movie soundtrack, sir? Oh,
Oh,
look at that
nice.
face. Look at that face.
Nice.
Has anybody
What?
discussed Spawn with Michael J. White?
Mic drop.
Oh,
no.
there you go.
all right, fine. Owen wins again.
I am Spawn.
Damn it.
That's
I'm
it. It's
always
over.
gonna lose because I lost a lot of stuff and I have to buy more things. Gunslinger Spawn.
I like
yes.
a good,
See, I
good
saw
Western
that too,
look.
and I wanted to get that too, but
Yeah, I've got Gunslinger Spawn. Ha.
You're no better than me again.
And she Spawn. Ha.
I was just saying I got excited because I saw Tactical Spawn. So
He
how
is
can you make
cool.
Spawn cooler? Make him tactical. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Medieval Spawn #1 came out this week too. For those interested, I've been reading. I'm caught up on all the Spawn comics. I've read all the Spawn comics that have been coming out. So,
Viking Spawn.
oh, let's see. Oh yeah, I've seen him.
Yep.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Viking Spawn. I've seen him. Yeah, he's good.
Very nice.
At some point,
They're all good.
I've seen him. I've seen him. I don't
They
know.
all look. They all look. The problem is they all look good. You could just spend your life just getting Spawn toys because they all look good.
At some point,
Yeah.
we can discuss the movie at some point. And do you
Sure.
remember the animated series? And
I have it, of course.
The HBO one? Yeah, that was
yeah,
awesome.
that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I was friends with the guy that did the voice of Spawn. He passed away right
did he?
when COVID
Oh my
started.
god!
Yep. Michael
Oh.
Nicolosi did the voice of Spawn.
Oh, because his voice is
And,
fantastic.
Is
Yeah.
awesome. Good friend of mine, and he died in a motorcycle accident right
Oh,
at the beginning
Holy
of
crap.
COVID.
Oh.
So I've got a signed copy of their animated series from him still.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh. Alrighty. Jay, what do you have coming up?
We're doing Iron Fist on Friday, covering the next 5 issues of Iron Fist, which is just like the best comic. And then Sunday we're doing He-Man. So Charlie's coming on and Sean's coming on. We're going to go through all the He-Man toys. I have a book. I have it on PDF. So we're going to go through every toy for He-Man. That's going to be really awesome. So
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
On Sunday, me and Ed are off to see Revenge of the Sith for the 20th anniversary in VIP.
That's right, it's getting really realistic.
Yeah, so I thought, it has its flaws, but just seeing a Star Wars movie in the big screen, I was like, yeah, I'm always going to be there for it. So.
One flaw that it doesn't have is the visuals are friggin' awesome.
Yeah, that opening battle scene looks amazing, and
awesome.
lightsaber fight, and so and it's VIP, so I can get quesadillas while watching. So that's cool.
Yeah, and you can drink booze. So,
that too, yeah. All righty, well, we will wrap it up there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And if you haven't seen Abraxas, give it a watch, and then you can comment next week. So next week, In Hell, Van Damme. So looking forward to that. Remember, if you are watching, you are the Action Elite.